morning, students and staff. Today is Thursday, February 11th. It is a day 4. Please stand and listen to our national anthem, followed by a moment of silent reflection. Please be seated. We would like to start by acknowledging that we're on the traditional territories of the Wendat, the Haudenosaunee, and Anishinaabe peoples, whose presence here continues to this day. We'd also like to acknowledge that this is the treaty lands of the First Nations of the Williams Treaty, and thank them and other Indigenous peoples for sharing this land with us. We'd also like to acknowledge the Chippewas of Georgina Island First Nation as our closest Indigenous community and our partners in education. So Stonebridge, as we know, we do a land acknowledgement each and every day. We talk about truth and reconciliation calls to action 62 and 63 and how we can work together into a better future, thinking about how we can support our Indigenous communities. Now we know that during this time of virtual learning, during this pandemic, there's a lot of talk these days around vaccines, vaccine distribution, and how we can all move forward as a society. What I'd like you to do is I'd like you to perhaps pay attention to how it is that we are supporting historically marginalized communities, including First Nation communities, when we're thinking about COVID-19, that pandemic, and now the rollout of vaccines. Because we need to make sure that our marginalized communities and our communities that have been displaced have access to the appropriate healthcare and the appropriate medical resources, including vaccines that are needed. And so I encourage you to maybe do some research, have a conversation to see how it is that we are moving forward in a good way. Because when we talk about reconciliation, we're talking about what it is that we're able to do now. And so I encourage you to kind of explore that piece. Today, for our Mindful Minute, we are going to be talking about meditation again, and this time talking about breathing meditation. What we're going to ask you to do is, again, we're going to ask you to seat yourself or lay down in a comfortable position and engage in some breathing activities. And so in practicing our breathing, we're going to ask you to perhaps choose a couple different breathing exercises. One could be sort of like the blowing candle breath, where you're taking a deep breath in and then exhaling to try and blow out all of the candles on your cake. So breathing in And then breathing out, trying to blow out all of the candles. Breathing in. And then blowing out all the candles. Another one could be a breath in and then exhaling as fast as you can. So breathing in and breathing out as fast as you can. Breathing in and breathing out. Another activity could be just concentrating on your natural breath in and out. Your natural breath in and out. And so we ask you to engage in maybe a candle blowing exercise, deep breath in and out really quickly, or just paying attention to your natural breathing rhythm, or a different breathing activity, just to calm and center yourself. Okay? So we hope you have a terrific Thursday, and we will see you again tomorrow. Stonebridge time is 9:15 a.m.